Namaste, hello and welcome to TV9 News. This is Priyanka. The farm bills and protests over them are now making international news, but the problem is that there's a lot of propaganda and confusion around them. Consequently, this misinformation has led to fueling protests over the farm bills and fear-mongering across the country. Here are the most common misconceptions clarified. Misconception number 1, the bills are not constitutional because agriculture, markets and farming structures are state issues. The bills actually are constitutional because the central government is actually fully in their right to legislate on matters of interstate trade and commerce, and this includes agricultural produce. Misconception number 2, the government of India wants farmers to sell land to rich traders, industrialists, etc. This is not true unless, of course, it's the farmer's wish. Under the farm bills, there is quite a bit of protection for farmers if industrialists were to even try to bully the smallest of Indian farmers. For one thing, the sale, lease or mortgage of farmers' land is illegal. Additionally, farmers' land is protected against any recovery. The bills even include dispute resolution mechanisms with a deadline to set things right again. This means, unlike before, disputes won't go on and on and on. Misconception number 3, the farmers will be bullied into contracts with big corporates. Another term to describe contracts with big corporates is contract farming. Contract farming is already being done in multiple states in India, and that too for many decades. In many parts of India, contract farming has been going on for things in your house like coffee, tea, sugarcane and cotton. A few examples of big corporates doing contract farming include PepsiCo in West Bengal and Punjab, as well as SAB Miller in Haryana. Misconception number 4, the NDA is eliminating the Agricultural Produce Market Committee APMC law. Actually, the farm bills do not touch the APMC Act. It's actually the trade happening outside of the APMC that the bills address. The agricultural reforms will make it smoother and easier for farmers to set competitive prices and trading mediums if they are choosing to sell outside of the APMC. Misconception number 5, the farm bills make farmers vulnerable to market forces. With the bills, farmers can now enter direct and commercial contracts to sell their produce. Additionally, under the bills, after the sale of produce is decided and terms are made clear, the buyer of this produce is responsible for supplying farmers with whatever is required to ensure a good crop yield. Now, this includes agricultural equipment, tools, and even includes advice to farmers as well as responsibility of crop risks. In other words, if something like a natural disaster destroys crop, the farmer cannot be punished for this even if there is an agreement. Misconception number 6, the farm bills eliminate the MSP or the minimum support price. Minimum support price is the agricultural product price determined by the government of India to purchase directly from the farmer. The farm bills do not touch the MSP at all. Rather, the farm bills act as an adjunct addition to the existing system. The MSP will continue as is. Under the farm bills, farmers can now in fact get better prices because they can sell outside the APMC. This means that there's competition to the APMC. And as for attacking PM Modi for taking out the MSP or safety net for farmers, first of all, the bills do not touch that. And second of all, there's been a consistent rise in MSP over the past 5 years under the NDA government. These misconceptions are important to clarify in order to stop the misinformation, fake news and fear-mongering currently persisting across the country and internationally. It's not the farmer agitation but the misinformation that's mainly fueling the protests and violence. For TV9 News, this is Priyanka signing off. Namaste.